Hey, how you doing? Here in Memphis, it's doing pretty good. Nice weather, um, sunny, warm, not hot, not cold. Just kind of feels right for Memphis. And I wanted to jump on here because I just want to remind people, stop and think. Um, all along the way, uh, Trump has been mostly right about everything. Um, from his campaign um, to his over first year now, the things that he said would happen pretty much have happened. Now, yeah, President Trump is going to exaggerate the numbers. Uh, some speeches he starts with, 500,000, and then the next thing you know, he's saying, a million. Um, and I mean, that's just Trump. I mean, he's done that all along. But the point is, when he says things are going to get better, they get better. When he says he's going to do something, he does it. Um, he couldn't be leading a more incredible offensive against Iran, finally putting them in a place they needed to be a long time ago. And that's um, down and out. I hate it for the Iranian people, but I think they were suffering under these crazy people that were running the show. So he was right, and he's playing it all extremely well. Now we have to keep in mind some things move slower than other things, and the economy is getting better. There's no doubt about it. It's not going as fast as we would like, certainly not. But we have to realize that these kinds of changes take time to trickle down to us plain folk. We don't see the results of some of these things until a little bit later on down the line. The gas prices were going down. They were. The price of eggs going down. The price of other things going down. Um, and yeah, we've had a bump in the gas prices, but he says it's a temporary bump in the road, and we're going to be much better off. And guys, he's been right. I'm reminding you, he's been right, and I believe he's going to be right again. I think we just need to be patient. I think we need to let things work the way they work. Capitalism is a very, very um, effective approach to economics, in my opinion, but it is sometimes very slow um, to take hold. But it's moving that way, and I believe it's going to continue to move that way. Now, these 2026 and 2028 elections, they're going to be critical, guys, because he can't do this in 18 months. Everything that we're hoping he does, he can't. Um, we're finding out with these judges that a lot of stuff that he's doing, they're doing everything they can to slow it down, especially on the justice side of things. Um, every time you turn around, there's a lunatic liberal judge making decisions that Number one, he has no right to make, apparently. That's what the Supreme Court said. Um, it was pretty clear, but they do it anyway. And I guess the Supreme Court, they don't have any teeth. They can say whatever they want to say, but it's up to us to follow it. Now, I would like for Trump to take some shortcuts, but I understand he wants to stay within the system as far as he doesn't want to go against what the Supreme Court says. Okay. He'll work around it if he can. He'll come up with other ways to do it, but he doesn't want to outright defy them. And even the judges, we know they're wrong. I mean, everybody knows they're wrong. They know they're wrong, but they can do it. Well, give it time, guys. Trump is going to make it happen. He's going to make it happen. So 2026, 2028, more Republicans in the House of Representatives, more Republicans in the Senate. Got to have them. Got to have them. So very important. And 2028, we need J.D. Vance in the White House next, or Marco Rubio, or I don't know who, okay, but it needs to be a Republican, because the Democrats are just going to reverse everything that's been done, because it hasn't been taken a full effect yet. He's made some great strides, but it's going to take time. And we've got to keep these Democrats out of control. And we've got to put Republicans even more in control so that their moves can be done easier and smoother and quicker. But just keep in mind all the different things that Trump has been right about, all the things he has said, all the things that he has promised. One after another, he's been checking them off. Now, he can only do so much. It's going to have to work its way through all the system. But if we stay the course, it's going to come out in we the people's favor. So hang in there, stay strong, stay tough, vote as many MAGA people as you can in. If you don't have a MAGA candidate, you still got to go Republican, guys. If we can't get a MAGA to vote for in the House in some state, or a senator in some state, we've got to go with the Republican, because there just aren't any moderate Democrats left except for John Fetterman, and he's only going to be one Senate vote. So, I mean, I appreciate him, but the rest of the Democrats are a bunch of cuckoos, apparently, because they just make no sense whatsoever. So, yeah, MAGA first. If we've got a MAGA and a Rhino in a primary, vote MAGA. Then vote MAGA again and get them elected. Okay? If there's not a MAGA, you got to vote Republican. Okay? We need that advantage. We need the number advantage in the House and the Senate to increase. And on a final note here, we need to get John Thune out of Senate leadership. I'm sorry. Okay. I cannot. If he was the only Republican running in his state, I'd vote for him because he's a Republican. But if I had a choice between him and a MAGA, I'd take the MAGA in a heartbeat. And there's many, many MAGA senators. And it ought to be a MAGA senator who is appointed head, lead of the Senate. It just should be. Okay. And then we wouldn't have some of the dragging of the feet because Thune is responsible for some of that dragging of the feet. Okay. He could have done some things and he just didn't do them. Okay. Because he's not MAGA. Okay. But again, vote MAGA when you can, vote Republican when you have to. Do not vote Democrat. Do not vote Democrat. And don't do what some people do and say, well, I'm just not going to vote because I don't like anybody. I'm telling you, you like that Republican better than that Democrat. And you certainly like MAGA better than the Rhino or the Democrat. So get out there, tell your people, your friends, your family, your business people, get out there and vote because things are going good and they're only going to get better. Thank you very much and have a great evening.